Hey everyone, welcome back to a new vlog. Again, it's going to be a kind of tackling my TBR theme because I'm still trying to read my entire TBR, or try to read as many of my TBR books, basically. If you've been following my channel for a while, you may know that I'm currently not at home. I'm cat sitting the cat of some friends of ours and also just like living in the house for the next few days. So there will be quite a bit of cat content, I think. But I thought I would just show you what I'm currently reading because I am still reading Middle Game by Sean McGuire. I'm reading it on my Kindle, but I'm finally 50% through the book. I'm enjoying it a lot, but it is quite big, so it's just taking me a bit of a long time to read it. But it's a kind of dark academia mysterious type of book that follows two twins, Roger and Dodger, and they're kind of connected in a way, and they are created by this man called Reed, and Reed is wanting to kind of get these twins to get sort of powerful so Reed can become very powerful, sort of. I can't remember exactly what was on the back of the book, but this is kind of the gist of it. So I'm physically reading that one, then I'm also rereading all of the How Do I Survive books, and this is a really fun children's book series from the Netherlands, and the reason I'm rereading these is because the writer recently came out with a new book after 13 years, and I grew up with these books, so I want to reread all of the older books and then read the new books. I'm currently on, I believe, like book 6 or 7 already. How Do I Survive My Parents? And this is really for like focused on young girls, specifically on just growing up, and really about like girlfriends and boyfriends and high school and kissing and parents and working and, you know, all these things. So it's really fun to read and like on audiobook all of these books. So that is my audiobook for the next couple of days. I'm really busy working on new products as well for my shop. I'm so excited about this one design that I'm working on. I'm not gonna give it away yet, but it's gonna be very autumnal mixed with bookish vibes, so I'm super excited for that one. Definitely keep an eye out on my social media because I'll be sharing much more about that soon. But it is currently 11 in the morning, and I actually have to go home again today. It's Friday, but I have to ship orders, and I can't ship orders from here because I don't have products here. So I'm actually going back home this afternoon and this evening because I'm also going out for dinner with my friends, and then later this evening I'm coming back here to sleep here and watch the house and the cat. So I really hope you're going to enjoy this vlog. Definitely give it a thumbs up, and let's go back to my own place to do some work there. A little update because my reading is going very well. Well, audiobook wise. The audiobook that I was listening to this morning, I finished, and I'm already nearly finished with the next audiobook, which is called How Do I Survive Without Love, or with love, like how do I survive between brackets without love. And all these audiobooks are always just like 2 hours long, so if I just listen to it whilst packing orders, whilst doing groceries, I've finished one already. And I forgot how brilliant these audiobooks are because they're over like 20 years old when they first started. The one I'm listening to right now is from 2006, so it's nearly 20 years old, and I totally forgot how much the writer is already talking about these things that are currently very much talked about, and how important it is to mention things like to look after your mental health, how important it is, for example, for men as well, to show their emotions, to cry, to go to therapy. Because, you know, we always just had in our minds like, oh, men don't cry, men shouldn't cry, they should be tough. But here in this book, they're already talking so much about these things and how important it is to show emotion. She has so many amazing like tips because these characters in these books are sending each other kind of like survival tips for these young adults, and it's actually still super helpful reading them, and some of them I'm like, ooh, this is actually a really good one. And I just realized like how great these are, especially for young women. Even though there are some parts in this book where I'm just like, maybe she should have formulated that a little bit different. That's still like over 20 years old, but in general they're very progressive. So I love that very much. So I am already nearly finished with book 10 of, I believe they're like 13, 14, 15-ish books in this series. I don't think I've got them all on my shelf, but I will just listen to all of them that I can find, and they're just super enjoyable. I'm so sorry if you're not Dutch, they're not translated into English, but for all the Dutchies out there, I'm excited, and I'm very, very excited to read the very new one. I need to read it before the 26th of October. The 26th or the 28th? I can't really remember, because one of these two dates, I need to look it up. The 28th. I'm going to a book event in Amsterdam where I'm going to be selling my products, but the writer of this book series, Francine Oome, is going to be there. So I'm gonna try to get my book signed by her, and of course I want to have read it before then. So that's my goal for the next few weeks, to finish reading all of these books. But I'm listening to like 2 books in a day, so I can easily do that. Maybe I'll also just listen to the last one. They're honestly such great books to listen to, and the narrator is so amazing. So that's the reading update on that. I have also read a little bit more from Middle Game on the metro here. I think I'm like 51% of the way through now. So I read 2 more percent. And I just did lots of work. I am busy working on a new bookmark, and just I'm feeling very creative and in a good filming and creative mood, so that's super exciting. It's currently nearly 4 p.m. It's super rainy outside, it's very dark, so I'm just going to stay in and do a little bit more work, although I have done a lot today, so maybe I'll end early today and get cozy and read a little bit from Middle Game. I think I'm gonna do that. Happy Tuesday! I have a few weekend updates on what I did, because I made a little weekend compilation. So on Friday I went to a lovely Lebanese place here in Rotterdam. We had such nice food. We had like all of these little metzes, I believe they're called, to share, which was delicious. And then on Saturday my boyfriend and I decided to do some glow-in-the-dark mini golf, which was really fun. So we played mini golf and I won. Yay. And then on Sunday we went into the town to have some lunch, and we went to this big bookstore here in Rotterdam, Donner. I didn't buy any books, but we did buy this game. It's called The Brain, and I really recommend it. It is so fun. It's basically a kind of game where you all work together to get rid of all the cards in the game. And you really have to think like, okay, if I do this, we will get rid of these cards and blah, 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 blah. You can swap or like give cards to each other, and it's really fun. So if you're looking for kind of a, you know, really thinking game and working together, highly recommend this game. Reading wise, I finished another one of the How Do I Survive audiobooks, and I'm currently listening to How Do I Survive, like How Do I Survive, and then between brackets without, and then dreams. So with dream, How Do I Survive Dreams or Without Dreams. Middle Game update, I am finally 60% of the way through. I read quite a bit this weekend, so I'm really happy about that. I do really hope to finish it in this vlog, but I don't know if that's gonna work, because I still have quite a bit left, but I'm much more into it now because I read quite a bit more this weekend compared to like the past few weeks. But as you can see, I'm still at Sara, the cat's place, and I'm just going to be doing some work here today. This is my final full day here. Tomorrow my parents will be coming back home from holiday. My parents are on holiday with friends, as I think I told you. And those friends who live here. They'll be back tomorrow, and today I don't have to go back to my own place, so I can just work here all day, which is really nice. The weather is great, so I'm definitely going to go for a walk later today. And yeah, so let's get working because there are lots of things I need to do. This is what always happens when I'm really in the flow with working, is that I cannot stop and take a break, which is not really a good thing to do because I started around like 9:30 and now it's 1:30. Did I get up from this chair only once to get myself a cup of tea? I should learn to take more breaks. But it was a very, very productive morning work-wise. I worked a lot on my Patreon page because I took a little break in October. Cat is scratching. As I said, I took a little break in October to kind of get my planning in order, but now I'm totally back for November and December and just, you know, what comes after that, because I designed a new exclusive bookmark. I'm hosting a weekend readathon on Patreon. I'm doing some reading sprints, an exclusive printable and exclusive video, so I'm super excited for November. So if you want to check out my Patreon, I always leave a link down below in the description. It's just an extra way for me to post content and kind of, you know, hang out with you guys virtually and do reading sprints and stuff. So it would mean the world if you could check it out, but nothing will change on my YouTube. I will still post the video that I usually post on my YouTube. It's just something extra. So I did lots of things for Patreon. Sara was chilling with me here whilst I was working, and it was just a very productive morning. But now I really need to go outside, get some fresh air, because the weather is perfect. So I'm going for a lovely walk whilst listening to an audiobook, one of the Who Overleefik, or like the How Do I Survive books. Turns out I actually accidentally skipped a book. Oh my god. So when I finish this one, this is the How Do I Survive Dreams, I will probably get back to 2 books previous, because that's where I accidentally skipped one. Yeah, not very smart, but luckily the story is quite simple to follow, and at the beginning of every book is always like a little update on how... What are you doing? She's suddenly jumping very high up on the... No. It's many hours later. It is currently 5:30 and I think I'm going to quit working for today. I have done so much and I felt so productive. I'm super excited about all the new content on Patreon that's coming, and just I have my planning back in order and it feels so great. So I'm going to wait for my boyfriend to come here. We're just going to cook together and hopefully read a bit tonight as well. So I will see you tomorrow when it's actually my last day here, because my parents and, you know, the friends who live here arrive back home tomorrow. So last day with Sara the cat. Hello, hello. It is Wednesday evening. I just wanted to hop on here to give you a little reading update and just a little life update, because I'm back home again. I said goodbye to Sara. I'll probably see her again very soon if my friends go on holiday again. And today I just worked at home a lot. It is currently 9:30 p.m. and it's quite late, but I just got back from my very first salsa lesson, because I've just been wanting to try something new, and salsa seemed like a fun thing to try out. And I've never done like any type of dancing before, just like when I was very, very young, but that wasn't really anything like serious. So I thought I would try out doing salsa, because my boyfriend, he can dance quite well, just like different type of dance styles, including salsa, and I just know a few basic steps, but I thought it might be fun if I just learn a bit more about how to actually dance salsa and, you know, all the technique behind it. So I signed up for a salsa course by myself and I just went for the very first time, and it was honestly so much fun. I was a little bit kind of scared to go at first, because of course I was just by myself, and as I thought, the majority of the people there were either couples or friends, and I was just standing there like, okay, I don't know any of you, but you just ended up chatting to everyone and dancing with everyone basically. So it was so much fun. This is me saying, if you've ever been like thinking about trying something new, or you just want to try something new, highly recommend just doing it and also doing salsa because it was so much fun. So yay, I can have dance a little bit of salsa. That was my evening. I also finished my audiobook for How Do I Survive Dreams, and that was really fun. I have 2 more books in the series, but then I also have that one book that I accidentally skipped from the series. So I'll probably read those 2, but I think I will just start those in my next vlog. I am 65% of the way through middle game, so I have read a little bit more, but unfortunately I have not yet finished it. I'm thinking about possibly starting a new book for my next vlog, otherwise I keep talking about the same books in all of my reading vlogs. And I think that's a little bit boring for you to hear, so maybe I will just start another book as well, and I will tell you a bit more about it in my future vlogs. By the way, before going to the salsa lesson, I also went to the Swan Market store in Rotterdam. It's where I sell my products, because I added a few products to this shop. I will not tell you about them yet in my video, I'm so sorry, but they're new products that are coming very soon, but new products I always add to the physical stores first because it's just easier. But I always like to do a bigger update on like online with more products, and these were just 2. But if you do live close to Rotterdam or in Rotterdam, there are 2 new products in the shop right now. They will also be in The Hague and Delft, but not yet because I don't have to work there yet. Probably in the upcoming few weeks they'll be there. I will definitely post it on my Instagram. But I can give you a little hint, is that it's a new tote bag and a new coaster. And I'm so excited about both of them. So yeah, they're already in store in Rotterdam. But I think I'm going to end this vlog here. I am so excited about the books that I read in this vlog, and just that I'm finally reading a bit more from middle game and just trying new things. So yay for just going there by myself, not knowing anyone, and just having fun and dancing. It was honestly so much fun. This is me breaking in to my vlog that I already finished, because even though I didn't finish a book for my physical TBR this vlog, I actually am tackling my TBR a little bit because I decided to unhaul a book. I was just looking at my bookshelf, kind of, making sure that everything was neat and tidy. And I saw this book, 11/22/63 by Stephen King. This has been on my shelf for so many years, and do I really see myself reading this book? Not really. It is freaking massive. I've read one other Stephen King that wasn't really my favorite, and even though I'm intrigued by this book, I just honestly do not see myself reading it. So I've decided to unhaul this book, which means that I now have 82 unread books on my shelf. If it doesn't spark joy, just get rid of it. So, unhauling this one. Okay, back to the vlog. So I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm gonna go to bed and just chill and read a bit. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to comment something but you don't know what to comment a little dancing girl emoji, because that was me an hour ago. Okay, thank you again so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video.